Hi, this is Dixie. I wanted to talk to you about symbolism and using symbolism in learning the tarot and in your tarot readings. One of the things that's most challenging for people first starting out is trying to remember the meanings to all the cards. I mean, some of them you look at them and it's like, boom, there's a real obvious meaning. But for other cards, or it is different for different readers for that matter, their meaning will have a tendency to kind of elude you, or you'll have trouble with it. So if you use symbolism as opposed to memorization, it really makes the cards a lot more accessible. And even if you don't remember the meaning of a particular card, you will always have a foundation with which to read it. To give you an example here, or one example is knowing the number associations. Threes, if you think about a three, well, what's three? Mom plus dad plus baby equals three, right? Threes signify creativity or birth in the tarot. And if you know that, then you might look at the Empress, and even if you don't remember that the Empress a lot of times represents pregnancy or motherhood or birth or creativity, when you see her, if you know that 3 does represent those concepts, and you look and you see all of the vegetation and the richness and abundance around her, then you're going to have a pretty good idea of the meaning even if you don't remember the book definition of the Empress. Or the 3 of Pentacles. They're planning and they're creating, right? They're giving birth to this new project. So that's interesting. The other thing is using this, a lot of times you'll see something that you might not ordinarily see. Another 3 that we usually don't think of as associated with creativity or birth is the 3 of Swords. But in ending the old situation, in the heartbreak, in the pain, or whatever the situation is that this card refers to, there will be something new born from it. And thinking of it that way sometimes will give you a different perspective or a hook for some other kind of intuitive insight that you might not have gotten otherwise. In addition to the number, there are a number of things that we're looking at. Colors, we're looking at different symbols and whatever that occur on the card. Another example, yellow usually symbolizes in this particular deck the intellect or the thought processes. So when we see the 3 of Wands and we know that he's off looking into the distance, often to the distance waiting for his ship to come in, you notice even the Wands themselves have a yellow hue to them. He's gotten there by applying the power of his reasoning and his logical mind. It's not something that it was just luckily bestowed upon him. He's earned it through that. So if you use, that's a couple of examples, but if you use the basic symbolism and principles to figure it out, you will always have a basis to start with. I'm going to link a website underneath that I like for symbolism. You can find some different websites online to get started and learn that. Another resource for learning symbolism of tarot is this quaint little book that you probably have never heard of called Totally Tarot, How to Be a Tarot Detective by Vicki Anderson, or the Reverend Vicki Anderson. And she has, some spreads and her card definitions and a number of things in here, how she goes about readings and stuff. But probably the most valuable part of this book, in my opinion, is her sections on color association and symbolism. Now, this isn't a scholarly work. I think that this is probably some little old tarot reader lady that's been doing it forever. That's kind of the impression I get. So there isn't a bibliography to say where she got this from or anything like that. But if you want a quick primer, if you want a good starting place to go through and pick up a card and say, okay, well, here's this, and here's this, and here's this, and this is what this color next to the body means, and da-da-da-da-da. This is a really good place to get started. I recommend it. You probably won't find it at your local Barnes & Noble or whatever, but you can get it off of Amazon. But anyway, the main suggestion being use symbols. Look at symbolism. Don't try to memorize everything. Use symbolism to try and put the meaning of a card together. And this will add richness not only for new readers, but also bring out new insights for experienced readers. So if you don't approach it this way now, I highly recommend it. That's it for today. I hope it was helpful to you. Best wishes and happy readings. Peace out from Dixie. Bye-bye.